I totally swallowed that wrong. All right. Excuse me. Totally swallowed that wrong. So, my name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So right now I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. For those of you who had messaged over the weekend trying to purchase things from my website, my shopping cart is now fully functional again. Thank you. As a thank you for your patience while I work things out with the silly hoes at PayPal, I went ahead and put everything 30% off on my website. The entire website, 30% off, no coupon needed. It gets taken off during the checkout process. So if you were wanting something, needing something, it's there, ready for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for Aquarius. I asked the Aquarius energy, the collective consciousness of Aquarius, what is this reading going to be about? And I was told that your power is growing through challenge, through adversity, okay? So you're going to be directly challenged. If you are not already being directly challenged, it will start to happen. Let me just... Pulling all your cards for you. How are you guys feeling today? Everyone doing better? That 12-12 portal, since that portal came up, it just has been one big party. One big energetic party. Not a really good party, but you know, just one big energetic rager. Let's see. Almost done pulling cards. Okay, and I'm going to pull an animal spirit card for you guys. Just because I feel like maybe it would be a good idea to give you some sort of animal essence to find your inspiration, because this feels like it's going to be a challenging period. Ooh. Until we get that card, shuffle and get another card. Oh, nice. You feel very peaceful today. I don't know if I feel peaceful. I feel peaceful, but I don't know if I feel at peace, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. All right. So here goes. Okay. Oh, all right. Card number 13, Power of Attraction. So Aquarius, you are bringing to you the very circumstance that you need to challenge you in ways that you can't avoid, ways that will grow you exponentially, okay? For some of you, this challenge will come through in the form of really deep soul connections with other people. And that deep soul connection will be presented in your everyday life living. For others of you, this connection with another will simply trigger things. Like they're not a part of your life, but they trigger things. Um, Parasitic things. The brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. So there's a potentiality that connections will trigger parasitic circumstance in your life, parasitic situations. It might not be yours directly, but it might affect you. Okay. And so if people aren't in your life right now, whoever the individual is not in your life right now, they could be going through something huge, like extremely dark, and it's affecting you. The Earth Keeper. So there are those of us who are tasked to remember that we are here to assist Gaia. We're here to assist all the sentient beings that live on her surface and within her. It's really a time for you to begin cultivating your abilities so that you can better serve your purpose. Okay, let me just. All right. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean, remembering that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. Let's see. Okay. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need who you may not have been in touch with for some time. Um, I think this is a friend. It could be a romantic connection, it could be a friendship, it could be soul family, but I think this is who I didn't realize that. Thank you, Michael. He said that I'm missing a component and to read from the book. So this is a call for you to recognize there is a brother in darkness that needs your help overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Does this mean you are to do extractions on your own? And it really, I don't know. My general answer is no, just because you really shouldn't be exposing yourself to things that you don't understand. But I guess for some, that might be the actual message, that there's something about your feminine power, and this power is increasing, and it can assist in a parasitic circumstance for that connection. Okay. Um, Card number 4, Pisces, I believe. You're probably already feeling the effects of whatever the individual is going through. It's probably already affecting you in some way, shape, or form. Symptom presentation that's being dismissed as potentially I don't know, like something else, like, oh, I just ate something bad, or oh, I'm just tired, oh, I'm just stressed out and I have a headache, just like different things, because Pisces are very sensitive, highly empathic. And I think with the presentation of this card, your empathy, your sense of empathy might be very heightened. Okay. So Pisces, I believe, I must be a mermaid. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. In faith and trust, you must surrender to what is. Pisceans have trouble maintaining boundaries, sometimes even feeling half erased. Okay. Those ruled by this sign know much, know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting matters out. Hold on. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications. Make sure you're protected and have the proper boundaries. You may have physical symptoms, but find no reason for them. Be careful when this card comes up, especially in regards to medicines or drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications may develop. Hold on. When the Pisces card is involved, circumstances may be covert or at least obscured from view. This is parasitic shit. Parasite affecting a connection. You're asked to intervene. You're being affected already because you haven't established or you've struggled establishing proper boundaries. The root ball of a cord. It entered through the root ball, through the sun. It has to be burned away. This is intense. Okay. This is intense. Crows are the messengers from soul. They bring you messages from your higher self. I thought this was going to give you, the spirit animal was going to give you, like, I didn't realize all this shit was going to pop up. The wolf. Shit. Okay. All right. For this circumstance, it's going to deplete you, okay? You're going to have faith in the process. You're going to have to recognize that humor is one of the many paths of escape. So you can take this as seriously as you want, and this is not going to resonate for everyone. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't. But for those that this does resonate with, this is a rebirthing process. Rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. So I get this. Hold on. Where the hell is it? See, rising sun, the sun. The path leads you to the sun. This is a baptism through fire. This is a baptism through fire. This is going to challenge you beyond anything you've ever been challenged in your life. You're smart enough. You're strong enough. You can handle this. This is going to transform you. There are if you're sensitive to energy and you're watching this right now, I'm sorry if you're getting dizzy. This is making me surge quite a bit of energy. All right. So card number 16, what you want wants you. You're going to be climbing up. It's going to be a difficult climb, but you can do it. You can do it. You have to recognize within your power, within your reach, are all the steps necessary to reclaim those pearls of wisdom that you will need to do this. Okay? You're going to do this. You're going to have to dig deep, though. Okay? You're going to have to really, really explore your shadowy depths, much like a Scorpio. And you can transform from this. You will transform from this. You don't really have an option. For those that this is resonating with, you don't really have an option. This is a baptism through flame. And yes, sovereignty, free will, blah, blah, blah. all of that applies 88% at 714. 8, 8, 7 plus 1 is 8, 4. This is the ultimate reunification, which leads you back to yourself. Okay. So digressing to the whole sovereignty, free will, yes, that applies to the soul. And the soul has chosen this. For those who are going to go through whatever this is, your soul chose this. Okay. This is not being forced on you. You chose this because you are an expression of your soul, a lower densified expression, but still an expression. So secrets are about to be exposed. Card number 39. There are details that you probably are needing to know. And you're probably going to get those details. You're probably going to get those details as this begins. Stay true and be in your power, Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. Okay, you have to just stay in your power. You have to recognize when to push away, when to pull closer, when to burn, when to freeze, when to do all of that. And this is not figuratively. There will, for those that this resonates with, there will be an attempt if there isn't already. Okay. You're a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Let's see. The flail and crook, often held by Osiris, are symbols of divine royalty and dominion. These symbols remind us that within we hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be sovereign, ruler of our own self. This does not mean that we have to control life or others or even the environment around us, but it does give us complete and utter choice to become a spiritually awake, free, and self-determined, as spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be this lifetime. There's no permission required from anyone apart from yourself to be and live your truth. There are many voices that will test you on the journey from illusory shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others. You shall awaken from the testing into the realization of spiritual independence within. So for some, this might mean spiritual independence from this bond, that this bond needs to be broken. For others, this might mean that the bond has to be strengthened, and this is the process to do that. 87% at 717. So 8, 7, 7, 1 plus 7 is 8. 8, 7, 7, 8. For many, this has to do with a full merger, reunification, full twin flame merger. Nothing burns hotter than twins combined. But you can't combine when one is infected. Okay. Hold up. Separation by 4. Separation of self. 38, 42, separated by 4, 4 being the number of self. The separation occurred when there was an attempt to exist simply as the self. Card number 42, the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker is a master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. Trifold flame. You take the 5 components and you fold them 3 times. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. receiving of the trifold flame. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts spring to life again. The rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. The elements, all the components. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Ready for the sun. The path towards the sun. The roots that grow the tree that reach for the sun. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. Michael, scan my cards. Cards are clean. Card number 38, the mystical shaman. This is the symbol of the mythmaker and storyteller who's neither made of or defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In doing so, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. This is about alchemy. Detachment in alchemy. In order to truly transmute, you have to be detached from any potential outcome, any perceived potentiality. You have to detach. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is the symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. Open your hand. Don't be afraid to let go. Shit. Look at how this progresses. 34, 36, 38, 42. 2 by 2, you take the steps to then amplify. Doubling up, usually when things double up, it means you are increasing in power. It's to surge. Usually when you experience the precursor to a level up, a dimensional leveling up, your electronics function oddly. You send a text message or a message on Messenger and it sends twice, despite only hitting the button once, things like that. This is a leveling up occurring, but it's occurring in a really, for some, this has a potentiality to occur in a really ugly, really ugly way. This is not going to resonate for everyone. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you guys. This is an intense reading. It's like barely after 7. This is a very intense reading. I don't like this. Like, I understand I can't control other people and I can't mama bear everyone, but I don't like this. Why do you keep encouraging this? Don't say that to me again. Okay, sorry. Michael had to remind me I'm simply delivering messages and I'm not to get emotionally involved or attached to any potentialities. Okay. Angel of wealth, financial flow comes easily to you. So, wealth can be in the form of energy. It seems this is really being encouraged, whatever this is being encouraged, and it's time to allow the flow of energy to come to you. It's going to be a torrential flow. Okay. For those that are going to experience this, it's going to be a torrential flow. Going back to the whole divine solar child reborn. This is about, I think the entry point for this connection was the inner child, fractured inner child. The fractures within that inner child allowed for entry that's now utilizing the root ball and cord that exists between the people we are meant to have across our paths. Okay. Step into the unknown. Curiosity keeps us heading down new paths, so take a chance. And there's that inner child heading down a path of the unknown. Retreat, seek and receive consolation from God to overcome a difficult experience. This is a time for reflection, solitude, and contemplation. So this is a baptism through the flames. Okay. If you're resonating with this and this is something you're going to attempt, it's going to hurt a lot. Let's see. So, final detail. I was encouraged to pull out animal cards so that you can have an idea of some of the energies and characteristics you're going to have to pull up from the deep within you. So the wolf, a lot of people relate to two animals, okay? Either a lion or a wolf. That's just kind of how people are. The lion is something else. The wolf, though, and you'll see pictures of this online if you really want to look into it. The way their society functions. The female, when there is a threat, she'll cower in front of the male, and it'll look like she's afraid and he's standing there, but actually she's not afraid. She's not afraid. She's willing to go to war with him. She cowers to protect his most vulnerable spots. Sorry, guys, reading's done.